Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel today. I am going to be using an impression mat to make a soap, and I hope you stay tuned to watch how I do that. Today's video is a Soap of the Month Club video. So the soap I'm making today is for August Soap of the Month, and I'm going to be using Beautiful Day by Flaming Candle. So this is a lovely, lovely scent. It is supposed to soap quite well. Oh, it's just such a pretty, pretty scent. I think I have this pulled to make some bath bombs with it. I think it's going to make a wonderful bath bomb. We're going to make a small batch of soap. I don't have a ton of subscribers, guys. I think I'm about 8 to 10 is where I usually run. This loaf I'm going to be using is my custom craft tools. It has the dividers to make it a tall and skinny. I'm not going to use the dividers today though. I'm just going to cut it into 9 bars, but I do have my silicone impression mat already cut and put in here. Isn't that pretty? The only other time I've ever made an impression mat soap is when I did a collaboration with Lisa at I Dream of Soap and Shauna at Nezumi Soaps. I had so much fun with that collaboration. It's the only one I've ever done, and I'll link that video down below so you can check it out if you're interested. And I knew when I started the Soap of the Month Club, I would want to do an impression mat soap, and I just think this is a perfect scent for it. I'm going to be using just one color in white. The impression mat portion of the soap is going to be white. It just dawned on me, these are raised. I don't think this is right. I think I should have bought a mat that actually was grooved instead of raised. So my white is going to be the base color, and then the green is going to fall into the white. So the green is actually going to be the design. This doesn't seem right, but we're going to go with it. Let's see what happens. Of course I make a mistake. Good night. How many times can I make a mistake in a year? Oh, thanks guys. Makes me feel better after making a bunch of mistakes all the time. I think I have just about everything ready, but I did want to share with you. Off and on, I have been doing a 50-50 lye solution. You know, I just go in spurts with it. Sometimes I do it an awful lot for months on end, and then for some reason I just stopped doing it. So I'm back on it again, and I just reuse my lye containers that the lye comes in, and I do 50-50 water and lye and pour it in here. And then they have a really good cap, so I don't have to worry about water evaporation or anything like that. So I really like just using those. So in here, I have my 50-50 lye solution that I need. So my recipe calls for 14 ounces of 50-50 lye. So this is 7 ounces of water, 7 ounces of lye. This is my other 7 ounces of water. So I do a 2 to 1, 2 parts lye, or 2 parts water to 1 part lye. So this is 7 ounces of water here. So in here, I have my sodium lactate, my sugar, and my citric acid that I use in my soaps. This is 95 degrees. That is 69. That's really too cold for me to soap with. So all I'm going to do is splash a little bit of this water in here. It's up to 73. Another little splash. It starts the chemical reaction all over again, and now I'm up to 81. I want to get it around 90. Another little splash. And if I go too much and it gets too hot, I just sit back and wait for it to cool back down. So this is 93 now. So now I can put this in here in my oils. Okay, so now I'm ready to soap. No waiting around for that to heat up and then cool back down like I was doing. I had quite a few air bubbles come into the service here. And let me just blend this up for just a second. And I have in here, I'm having trouble getting my soap to be white. I don't know if it's my new soap recipe, if it's the TD I've been using. I have no idea. I did just get my bag out. It doesn't say on here whether it's oil or water soluble. I think it's either. Because I normally buy both because I'm always changing my mind. But I put a few drops of hot water and then topped it with some of that TD. And now I'm going to just pour some soap in here. Way too much. What am I doing? But my thing does fit right in here. Barely fits. I'm going to let this go pretty good. I'm really going to blast this one, guys. There. Look at that. All right, let me bring you closer. And I'm just going to pour this in. It's nice and thick for me. I didn't measure this. I just kind of eyeballed it, and I figure I have more than I need. And what I learned when I did this a couple years ago was that it really doesn't take as much as you think it does. Of course, that was with the inverted, if that's the right term, mat, where these are raised instead of inverted. While that is firming up, I'm going to get over here and stir in my next color. So I'm going to be using Sea Glass Green from Micah's & More. And one of the reasons I wanted to use this is I just want this to be a very soft green. And it's going to be easy to use this and not have a fear of overdoing the green and making it too dark. Because it's, golly guys, I'm making such a mess. Because it is such a soft green. See how soft it is? It's just a really soft, pretty green. So I have a scraper here. See how that's gonna work for me? Other than the hole. And I just want to get all the soap off the top without taking any from the purple. So I am going to see what that looks like. I feel like I'm taking too much on some of these spots here. Like right here, I feel like there's too much gone. So the idea is to make it purple to uncover the raised purple without getting into the bottom purple. So it's a really light scraping. I'm barely pressing. I'm just almost letting the weight of the scraper glide. I think that's going to be good. All right, this is getting thick. Let me mix this in. I don't want to waste that white. I'm just leaving that in so I don't incorporate any more air bubbles than I already have. Now we're putting the fragrance oil in. Oh my, this smells good. Okay, that's it. This is an easy easy soap, but it's going to be so pretty. My samples, so I have my little, I increased my batch to about 14 more ounces of soaping oils than I normally need, because I need to make my samples. It's a little thick, so it's a little gunky on top. Let me fill this up. And then, just quickly, I'm going to take a little bit of the dollops here. I'm really excited about this one. First things first, while this is out, because I've been cutting all kinds of soaps tonight, I'm going to get the little sample bar out. So quite just a pretty green. The camera seems to be maybe just a little bit washed out with my lighting. It's just a really pretty seafoamy green. Let's see how this goes. I definitely don't want to tear into it and rip it too much. Let me cut along the edge. One of the things is I do have soap in these grooves that may make this a little bit more difficult than normal to come off. I think that is going to help a lot, just cutting that soap off. And I am gunking up the sides a little bit. I don't have a plan B. So all I can do is I hope this works. Nope, that came off pretty easy. Oh, wow, guys. Look at that. It's actually quite pretty. Oh my goodness, it is actually quite pretty. I need to cut it. Here we go again. Here we go again. So, so my bars are 2.5 tall. No, they're 3 tall. So 3, 6, 9, not quite 12. And then 2.5, 5. So I think, dang it. I think I'm going to go 2.25. Do I even have glasses down here? So I'm going to cut 3 loaves this way at 2.25 inches. And that's going to be 2.25 inches wide. Okay, 2.25. That took a while. And I don't want to move it too much because I don't want those to fall out. And then we're going to go this way. Heavens, guys. And I'm just going to go for it. I got to be careful too because I don't want to mess up my design here. I am going to be able to cut off a little bit of this gunkier edge. So I've got 2 really pretty smooth edges. This one's gunky but not quite as bad as that one was. So now I have to cut these in like 3. So yeah, I'm gonna take off this edge here. So if I do 11.5, Alexa, what is 11.5 divided by 3?
11.5 divided by 3 is approximately 3.8333.
It's still a nice size bar. It may be a little bit smaller than normal. Aww. Guys, look at that. I'll show them to you upstairs when we're done because I don't think this light is the best in the world. What do you think, guys? Can you even see it from here? Turn down these lights a little bit. Maybe if I turn it down, I don't know. I haven't messed with the lights in so long, I don't know what I'm doing. I turned that one down just a little bit. It does feel maybe a little less glaring in here. Oh, I think it's just so pretty. So I'm gonna let these sit on the cure rack for a good number of days probably and let them get good and firmed up. I am super happy with this bar. And I don't think I'm even mad that I got the wrong impression mat. So I already have these packed up and ready to go. I did this last time where I had these all packed and ready to go before realizing I never taped my outro. So guys, let me turn the light down a little. I have the hardest time figuring out lighting, but I don't know. Can you see it? I think it ended up being really pretty. There's a good one. I love it. I think it looks really, really pretty. I think I did a pretty good job of scraping the raised edge of that impression mat so that the green could show through the white. I just think it's really pretty. I keep saying that, but I'm in love with it. I think it's lovely. I have my label on the back. I think they are about a 1/2 ounce smaller than normal, but my husband thinks that I should do something other than soap because it lasts longer a month. And it's, well, there's only 2 of us. So yeah, it does, a bar of soap will last us longer than a month, but maybe other people it doesn't last longer enough. I don't know. I suppose it depends on how much you use a bar every time you're in the shower, but I suppose I don't know if people are getting inundated with soaps for the Soap of the Month Club. I do wrap my soaps in biodegradable film. I get my film from the National Shrink Wrap System. I have that whole system. And I am now an affiliate for that, guys. So if you are interested in saving a little money for your purchase or want to use my links to help me out, I appreciate that. And it's going to be in the description box from here on out. So thanks. Appreciate that. Sabrina was my first person to use my link, and she just happened to text me and say, hey, and I was like, hey, I just like yesterday got an affiliate link. It was awesome. So anyway, I'm rambling because I'm tired. I'm going to get these boxed up here in the next day or 2 and get these out to the soap members. If you're interested in joining that club, it is so much fun, and I will link that in the description box as well. So guys, until next week, bye.